Hello and welcome to A Cup of Poetry. This week we feature poems by Amy Gerstler, author of a new collection called Dearest Creature. She joins us from her home in Los Angeles.
My name is Amy Gerstler. I'm a writer of mostly poetry, but other kinds of hybrid texts and essays and journalism. This book is called Dearest Creature. I think this book has the most beautiful cover in the world. This artist who made the cover, Marnie Weber, is a really terrific artist, and if people haven't seen her work, they should look her up online, and I think people should take a look at the book, if for no other reason than the beauty of the cover. It's an amazing photo collage. One of the sources of the title is that around the time that I had to title this book, I was reading a lot of letters between the writer Virginia Woolf and her friend, also a writer but not as well known these days, Vida Sackville-West. And Dearest Creature is how Virginia Woolf addressed Vida a lot of the time in letters, sometimes affectionately and sometimes with a certain amount of annoyance because she felt like Vida wasn't paying enough attention to her. But anyway, I started thinking about the idea of those creatures that are dearest to us. Dearest creature. If I end up an arid isle of desirelessness, it will be 1,000% your fault. Why don't you write? Why make me beg? Are you even reading these letters? Weren't we happy, each in our own peculiar way, traversing that rumpled no-man's land, the Gobi Desert of our bed? Night of too many body fluids. Can we laugh about that now? And the tussle in the motel tub when I accidentally knocked you unconscious? A minor concussion. Surely you've forgiven me. It's been several decades. I was loving you so much this morning while brushing my teeth and doing my hair. Remember that abandoned car we found while hiking in the middle of nowhere? Tufts of grass sprouting from the radio? Gymnastic acts we performed in its rusted-out chassis? I'm just trying to depress you. Ha! How am I doing? If you don't send me a letter soon, I'll have to resort to forgery. Your white violets have prospered and spread. Do you mind if I go on a while longer? I have so many thoughts zipping around in my head, and I'm trying to fit them all into words that will win you back. And that's why my handwriting rushes and floods, which is also true of my speech. Chatter that's been known to reach unintelligible and perhaps irritating to most people's speeds, though I always secretly believed what I said and meant completely, sweetly intelligible to you, even when the idea content was, well, a bit melted, or had been run through, as you liked to quip, one of my several mental blenders. Remember when you said after we'd camped near Crater Lake for a week that I looked like the sort of tree one sees in a dream? I made fun of you all day, called you loony. But now, with your tangerine tree, the one you planted and fed fireplace ash all its first winter, covered with hummingbirds, I know exactly what you were trying to say that precious day. Dear heart, a single word would be enough to summon me. All else burns off like fog. I lie vividly awake, waiting.
Check back next week for another cup of poetry.